Welcome, people.
To our SAT words 2. Link words number 12.
Let's get this started with right now because I have 2 bars that can shrink to a limit, turns out, and grow to a limit too. And let's get this started with number 1, cascade. A noun that basically means something like a cascade is something that looks like a waterfall or is a waterfall. So you remember lemonade. The lemonade pouring lemonade looks like pouring a cascade of lemonade, if you were an ant. Number 2, a palisade. A noun that basically means a protection usually made of wood, which is a bad idea for doing this. The love to be in the shade, usually near palisades. And that is usually a bad idea unless you want to be a really good guard. Then you'd be like, mine. And you'd hear, who's there? Block. Intruders! But then you don't have to be a heavy sleeper anyway. Or if you go like this. Water bucket. And nothing happens. Except for the fact that water spills everywhere. And then people slip down and like, intruders! Block. Yeah, that's about it. That's pretty much how you do it. And so you remember, yeah, like that. So you remember palisade with palisade. Fusillade, which is a noun that basically means, well, a barrage of things. So you might remember fusillade with palisade too, but you're doing like this. A fusillade of arrows shooting at you is a bunch of arrows, like millions of arrows being shot right at you. Do you remember fusillade with fuselage? I remember fusillade with fuselage like this. The fuselage, well, to the fuselage, yeah. The fuselage was literally leaking once it was shot down by a fusillade of bullets. For a parable, which is a noun that basically means a story that usually has a moral. And that usually is, you know it, Aesop Fables! Or Fables! Fables are awesome! Fables are awesome if you're a little tiny kid. So you remember that with a pair of bulls. A pair of bulls reading a parable. Yeah, like imagine that they're holding a book like Little Red Riding Bull. Next up, we have paradigm, which is a noun that basically means a model. So remember, a paradigm was a pair of dimes. The pair of dimes shown right here is actually the paradigm to the prototype of the new pair of dimes we're actually going to print. Number 6, patriarch, a noun. You remember patriarch was the leader of your family, or the person who started your family, and usually the one who started the tradition for this family. If my patriarch was good at sword fighting, then and the whole family since then was good at sword fighting, it would be like this. Yeah. The first battle ever of the epic pro of our patriarch and his arch nemesis, whose the patriarch of the Medici family, and like, okay, imagine this. Are you ready for our last fight? Rackham. And Rackham is like, not yet, haddock. Intense sword fighting. Ping. Ping. Not today. I surrender. Next up. Slip. Shake. Do you surrender or not? And then he goes for this, and then Rackham goes for the sword. Like, kick. No, my friend. And then he kicks it again. And this time it flings right to Rackham, but then it actually lands with the haddock's hand instead. And like, that's basically the example of patriarch with the ability to sword fight. And I'm passing that down to generations to come. So you remember patriarch with pastry art. Like this. The patriarch of our family's specialty was pastry art. Now, next up, maladroit. The only adjective here, it means clumsy. So, you remember with dry. The maladroit artist wasn't really able to dry it. Number 8, malaise. A noun that basically means a sickness or something that makes you feel bad. So, you remember malaise with mayonnaise. The malaise that he got was attributed to the mayonnaise that was expired. Number 9, malice, which is a noun that basically means someone who really wants to hurt someone, like A malice person who wants to hurt cats would be like, hey, kitty boy, hey, kitty boy. Yeah! No, I'm not actually going to do that. Right? Next up, your last word, number 10, malodor. A noun that basically means bad odor. Yes, it literally means bad odor, and you remember it with bad odor. A malodor odor. The malodor barn. Imagine a barn with bad odor. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you guys soon in another episode of Hans on Show. So until next time, Shannon out. Peace. Imagine me holding a bow and arrow. And shrink the arrow. Bow is retractable. Come on. Let's see go. Bye guys.